Hello, I'm Eloise and this is my channel, and for today's video I have decided to let you guys choose my makeup, and this is the makeup that I came up with. You chose none of the products that I usually reach for and I hate you all. No, I'm joking. To be honest, you were probably very bored of me using all of the same products in all of my videos, so you did me a favour, you got me out of my rut. I'm really obsessed with this look, and if you would like to see how I created this look and what products that you guys chose, then make sure you keep on watching. So from my poll, I put either the Huda Beauty Desert Dust palette or the Morphe 39A, and 58% of you said you wanted me to use the Huda Beauty palette, and you also said you wanted a colourful eye and it to be a halo eye. So that is what I've created for you today. I've done more of like more of an easy halo eye, something that's quick and easy to achieve. This is the Huda Beauty Desert Dust palette. I actually got this when I was in Paris with Jack for my 21st birthday last year. So yeah, I don't think I've actually revisited it for a very long time, so that's why I wanted to include it in the poll. But I am just obsessed with this packaging. Like when I first got it, I just couldn't stop looking at it. It's just so beautiful, and it came with like a plastic sleeve that has her eyes on it as well, so you can like be Huda Beauty and put it in front of your eyes and be like, I'm Huda. This is what the palette looks like. So it's not been very used and abused. I have a stupid amount of palettes and I can never get round to all of them. I think I'm actually going to do a palette collection video and throw things away because I've just got an enormous amount of palettes I don't use anymore, and I don't ever get around using all of them, and this is one of them. So yeah, I'm going to use this one today. I have already primed my eyes using the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer in the shade Enigma. So first things first, I am going to do my stamp and blend technique, because from experience this colour doesn't perform very well if you layer it on top of other shadows, so I'm going to lay that down first. I'm first going in with the shade Amethyst, so I'm just going to load my brush up and I'm just going to stamp that in there. It works so much better when you've got a tacky base underneath, and because we're doing a halo eye, I'm bringing this all the way around to the front as well, just making sure that's nice and rounded, and I'm making sure that it's really pigmented on that inner corner as well as the outer corner. Now that that's on, I'm going to blend out those edges with this shade Eden, and I'm going to use my Zoeva 224, and with my brush half on Amethyst and half off with barely any pressure, buff out that purple. Quite nice to just sit down, ask you guys what you want to see and what products you want me to use. So now that that's down, I'm going back in with my R39 and just deepening that purple back up. And it's inevitable, if we're blending out those edges, we're going to lose a little bit of that purple, so we're just re-establishing. So now I'm going to take the shade Saffron and Oud, and I'm taking my Zoeva 231. I'm just starting in the centre, building up that depth, making my way round to the outer corner and the inner corner, and that's just going to deepen this look up for me. Because we're doing a halo eye, we really want that depth to be in the crease. It makes the middle colour look a lot brighter because you've got that contrast of the dark colour in the crease. I hope that makes sense. And then I'm going to go back in with Amethyst, bring back that purple. Amazing, so that is the crease done. And now all I'm going to do is take my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer in the shade Original, and I'm popping a little bit on the back of my hand. And I'm using my naked brush because I love the density of it, but the fluffiness at the same time. And I'm just going to pop that all in the centre. This is basically going to act as my glitter glue, because the next shade I'm going to use needs something tacky underneath to sit on top of, otherwise it just crumbles everywhere. And I'm going to take the shade, which is my favourite shade in the entire palette, Twilight, and I'm going to concentrate that in the middle section. Love this colour. And now for the outer and the inner corner, just to sit next to Twilight, just to blend it nicely into the dark crease shade, I'm going to take the shade Royal, and on the flat side of my naked brush, I'm just going to place that right next to it. And that's basically it. I'm just going to pop on some mascara, and then I'm going to pop on my lashes. So now I've got my lashes on, I feel like a complete woman. I forgot how much I love purples on my eyes. I definitely need to start wearing more purple. I'm really feeling this look. I love this iridescent bluey purple shimmer in the middle. It's a bit of me. but now I just need to do my skin. So you little buggers, you're really playing me. On my Instagram poll, my foundations are 50-50. It's the EX1 and the L'Oreal Infallible Satin Finish foundation. Now EX1 was winning, and then it was 50%, and then one person voted for L'Oreal Infallible, and then it tipped over to L'Oreal, and now it's back on 50%, and I don't know what to do. So I'm just going to go for EX1 because in my last video I used the L'Oreal Infallible Satin Finish, whatever it's called, foundation. So if you want to see how that looks on my skin, I'll link the video down below so you can have a look at how that foundation looks, but it's one of my favourites. The EX1 foundation was in my August favourites, and I said I would do a video on it, so that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, so I'm going to be using the EX1 Invisiwear foundation in the shade 3.0, and I've properly prepped my skin. I've used all of my favourite Kiehl's products, so I'm going to use just one pump because I have been all about the minimal foundation look at the moment. I love a light coverage at the moment, although my skin is not absolutely perfect like it used to be. Like I'm still getting this weird like pigmentation around my mouth. You can fix that with concealer, and I really like a light coverage look, so I literally just take the tiniest amount, work it into my brush, and then just whack it on there, and this is going to give you a really sheared out but even coverage. And I just love this foundation. It's absolutely beautiful, and it goes slightly shiny slash glowy throughout the day, but I like a bit of shine. So if you're a little bit oily, you might not like this foundation, but I've got more, I'd say combination skin, more on the normal side. I do get a little bit oily through my T-zone, but I like that look. I really like to work this foundation into my skin to become part of my skin, and I got that tip nick from Pixie Woo, and therefore it doesn't ever look cakey. It literally just looks like a perfected version of her skin. And I've been staying away with putting too much foundation underneath my eyes, because I've been finding if I put foundation and then concealer underneath my eyes, it just gets way too heavy under there, because I suffer really badly with creasing, like abnormal creasing for my age. I'm only 21 and I get a lot of creasing underneath my eyes, so I've decided that I'm going to put less product under there. I am literally obsessed with this foundation. It looks so skin-like, literally does exactly what it says in the bottle, Invisiwear. It really doesn't look like I'm wearing much foundation at all. You can still see discoloration in my skin, such as around here, and you can still see my freckles, and it's the perfect foundation if you just want to have like a no makeup day. So that's it, all worked into my skin, and now we'll go into concealer. Sleek Life Proof Concealer up against Naked Skin Concealer and Life Proof One. I mentioned Life Proof in my August favourites. I've really been enjoying this concealer. You know me, I'm a naked skin kind of gal. I felt like this one just was not creasing as much. This has taken over my love affair with Naked Skin Concealer, unfortunately. But I'm just going to put a little bit on those blemished areas, a little bit down my nose. Nothing too crazy. I haven't been putting much on my forehead at the moment either, because again, that is where I get a lot of creasing, so I'm going to put less product. Taking my Real Technique sponge, I don't want it to sit there for too long because this concealer dries down quite quickly. So I just want to work that into the skin as quickly as possible. And you can see it's got a really, really lovely coverage. I've been using a really light foundation and more of a good coverage concealer in the areas that I need it. That way your skin looks like skin. You can see how good coverage that concealer has, and that is why it's a must-have for me at the moment. And now I'm just going to quickly set my under eyes and anywhere that I get oily. I've gone back to my Real Techniques sculpting brush, and I've been pressing powder underneath my eyes as if to somewhat bake, but not really. I like to puff up my cheeks, because as much as I love this foundation, it does tend to dramatically sit in my laughter lines. So I let that sit there for a second, then I like to dust away the excess, and then this is what I've been doing loads recently to get that skin-like finish back, so I'm just repositioning myself. All night setting spray at this stage, so I have been spraying it on after I've done my powder, and then pushing my sponge into my skin to really push that setting spray into my skin and get rid of all that powdery lookingness. And then I'll go in my highlighter, and then you've got that perfect tacky base for your highlighter to sit on top. So give it a good shake, head back and enjoy the ride. Try not to move your face too much and just bounce. And that just really does get rid of that powderiness for you. So now on to highlighter. And recently I've been using my Laura Geller Charming Pink highlighter, but I put it up against the £2.50 Primark one in the shade Peach Shimmer and the Primark one. So let's go ahead and put the Primark one on. It's more of like a pinky sort of highlighter, but I've really been loving a pinky highlighter at the moment. So I just like to pop that on the tops of my cheekbones with a really large fluffy brush. Before I do my bronze, I'm going to do my blush because, so it's the Sleek Cream Blush up against the Milani Luminoso, which I'm really surprised that the cream blush won. It was 51% against 49%, so that was a really close call and will probably change by the end of the video, but gotta go with it. They come in 3 different shades. When I bought this probably a couple of years ago and I didn't realise it was cream blush, and I wasn't into cream blush back then, but now I absolutely love it. So I'm gonna take the bum end of my Real Techniques sponge. I'm gonna mix these 2 shades. So this one's Newport Peach, I like that, and this one's OC. So I'm just going to pop that into each. Nice, that comes off quite nicely. Just bounce that on top. And these pinky cheeks go beautifully with the pink highlighter and the purple pinky eyes. I love that! That's beautiful. I need to start using this palette more often. But yeah, what a winner. And now we're on to bronzer. And I'm really surprised about this result. You know how much I love my Urban Decay Shapeshifter, and it was up against this NYX bronzer, and the NYX bronzer won. And I'm really upset about it actually, because I am obsessed with my Naked Skin Shapeshifter. I'm on my 3rd one now, and you guys betrayed me. I don't think it's going to be a favourite of mine because it's quite warm toned. But anyway, we'll give it a go. Okay, why do I really like it? No! And it blends beautifully into that cream blush and my highlighter. I'm already really upset that I've replaced my Naked Skin concealer with the Sleek one. I don't want to be replacing my Shapeshifter as well. Oh, damn it. Now you guys know I love my Urban Decay Chrissy Leanne palette, and it pains me to say that you've gone for the Sleek Cleopatra Kisses. You guys are really trying to sabotage me. So this is the Cleopatra Kisses. Everyone and their mum's got the Solstice one, I can't remember what it's called. So I think I'm going to take this sort of rose goldy one because I think it'll look quite nice with the pinky. I'm just going to spray my highlighter because these ones can tend to be a little bit glittery, and I'm not really going for that glittery look today. Oh my god, look at that. Sleek has got it down. I've used like 3 Sleek products today and I didn't even realise it. So it turns out that Sleek's concealer, blush and highlighting game is absolutely on point, so go Sleek. So now I'm going to finish the rest of my eye, so I'm going to zoom you in. I'm going to take Amethyst again, and then I'm going to take Royal, and this has helped to just deepen up really close to my lower lash line. To add a bit of contrast, and I really love purple with orange, so I'm going to take my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On pencil in the shade Torch and pop that in my waterline. And those 2 colours really make my eyes look super blue. So these are the finished eyes. And then while I'm zoomed in, I may as well do my lips. So you guys chose Back Talk Liquid Lipstick by Urban Decay. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to first of all line my lips with, of course, Liar by Urban Decay. And then pop on the Vice liquid lipstick in the shade Back Talk. So this is finished look. I am obsessed with it, and I'm so happy that I got you guys to choose what makeup I use because it took me out of my comfort zone and took me out of my rut. So yeah, I'm really chuffed that I got this one out of the closet. And also like these Sleek products as well, the cream blush and the highlighters. Totally forgot about these palettes, and I'm so glad I brought them out today as well. And before I go, can I just say thank you so much for my 500 subscribers. I know it's very small in the big scale of things, but for me, I think 500 subscribers in 9 months is an amazing achievement, and it just melts my heart, and it makes me feel so humbled and grateful and lucky to have got this far in 9 months. I don't want this to come across cringy or anything, but I'm actually just so blown away that I've even got 500 subscribers. So thank you for all of the support and all of the lovely comments you all leave. And for those of you that have come over to my Instagram and messaged me directly to say how much you love my videos and how much you enjoy watching me, just blows me away. And I just can't believe that you enjoy watching little old me chatting away to myself in front of a camera. So thank you all so much for subscribing, and hopefully we can get to 1,000 very, very soon. Hopefully by the end of the year, because Jack said he will take me to New York if I reach that. So, but anyway, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a huge thumbs up. Please comment down below because I love reading them all. Subscribe and all that jazz. I'm Eloise, this is my channel, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.